Using some simple applique, I'm going to show you how to make this adorable apple mug rug that any teacher would love to have on the first day of school. It's the perfect size to hold your cup of coffee and a snack. I'll show you how to make it next. The things you're going to need to make this applique apple mug rug are 1 rectangle of backing fabric measuring 10 inches by 13 inches, 1 rectangle of your front fabric, and also 1 rectangle of batting measuring 8 inches by 11 inches. You're going to need 1 scrap piece each of red, brown, and green to make our apple applique. You'll need a piece of heat and bond that fits your applique. If you don't have heat and bond, you could just use fusible stabilizer, and you'll have to glue down your applique with a glue stick. And you'll also need an apple template. Now, to get this template, all I did was just Google free applique apple templates and printed it off my computer. But I'll take a picture of this one and put it in the video here so you can just trace it off your computer screen. Now you're also going to need a glue stick or spray based, something to help stick down your applique. Although it's not necessary, it does make it easier. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do using my spray based or glue stick is to glue my top front fabric to the batting. Just like that. Now just set this off to the side and grab your apple template. Next, grab your heat and bond, and we're going to trace out our apple template. This is the only piece of heat and bond I could find, and it just so happens to fit this template. So with a pen or a pencil, just go ahead on the paper side and trace out your pattern. As you can see, I did leave some space in between the stem, the leaf, and the apple, just to make it easier to cut out. Do keep in mind when you're doing applique that this image is going to be reversed when you put it on your fabric. Something like this apple, it doesn't really matter, but if you do have letters or words, you definitely want to invert your image. Now go ahead and cut out your template. Now you just want to grab your scrap pieces of red, green, and brown fabric, and we're going to iron our templates onto the wrong side. And it should only take a few seconds to activate the glue. Now just let these cool down for a minute or two and cut around your template. What I should have done earlier was rough cut these out, glue them onto my fabric, and then cut out the template. Probably would have made it a lot easier. But this should work just fine. And now we're going to fuse our applique pieces to our top fabric. Now this heat and bond has a paper backing on it that can sometimes be tricky to get off. If you just kind of ruffle the edge, it should peel right off, leaving the glue side. Now where you put your applique is totally up to you, but I think it's pretty cute over here on the side. You just want to leave a good inch from the bottom and from the side to leave room for our binding. So I think this apple looks good right here, so I'm just going to hit it with my hot iron. And as you can see, it only takes a few seconds. So I think that looks good. I'm just going to hit those with my iron also. Now our next step is we're going to take this over to our sewing machine, and I'm going to use a straight stitch, and I just want to go about a 1/16 of an inch all the way around my applique pieces. I'm just going to use white thread, but if you'd like to, you can match your thread to the fabric pieces. Now, like I said, I'm going to use a straight stitch around my applique pieces because I want the edges to fray a little bit, giving it a rustic look. But you could certainly just use a tiny zigzag stitch or even a satin stitch. Alright guys, and like I said, I'm going to use a straight stitch, and I'm going to just go about a 1/16 of an inch away from the edge of the fabric. And the key to doing this, especially these tiny pieces over here, is to go slow. I'm going to start down here at the bottom of this apple, backstitching at the beginning and the end. Now, as you can see, it's not perfect, but like I said, I'm hoping that when I wash this, these edges will fray to make it a little more rustic, and it will hide any of the imperfections. Now you just want to set this off to the side for a minute, and you want to grab your back piece. With the ugly side of the fabric facing up, you want to arrange your top piece on top, leaving an inch border all the way around. Now with your glue stick, I just like to tack this down. You could also use spray-based. And now to make the binding for our Applique Mug Rug, starting here at the bottom, you're just going to fold your fabric so it's even with the bottom of the top fabric, and then fold it over again. If you watched my video on how to make a reusable sandwich wrap, it's the same process. Now just put some clips. When we get over here to the corners, we're going to fold the corner over to make a little triangle, and then just repeat the process. Fold it one time and fold it a second time. And that'll give us a nice mitered corner down here. We're going to do that all the way around. Our final step is we're going to take this back over to our sewing machine, and with a straight stitch again, we're going to sew down our binding. And as always, backstitch at the beginning and the end. And there you have it, an applique apple mug rug. that any teacher would love to get on the first day of school. I hope you give this project a try. If you like this project, be sure to share it across your social medias. If you like this video and want to see more of my videos, go down below and hit the big red subscribe button. If you have any questions about this project or any other project, or would just like to leave a suggestion for a future video, don't forget to leave me a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.